So we are almost finished with our little pavilion over our wood stove to kind of keep it out of the elements. One of the last things we have to do is put a rubber boot down around the chimney down so it kind of seals off the rainwater coming down off the chimney and onto the roof. So we're never done this before, so we're going to cut it to the right diameter and then caulk it in place. So let's get to it. Said do not use a utility knife in doing this. So we are going to try to cut this with scissors very carefully along this line. It's an 8-inch diameter chimney pipe, stove pipe. So we're cutting on the 7.5 to 8-inch mark and just hoping we don't cut it too big so it kind of renders it useless. We'll try to make this work. Almost there. There you have it. Let's see if we can get this slid down over the chimney pipe. So this rubber boot has measurements for the pipe diameter, and we cut here on the 7.5 to 8-inch mark. It goes all the way around. The next one is like 8 to 8.5, 8.5 to 9. So we cut on the 7.5 to 8. Now let's see if we can slip this down over the chimney and let's see what we can do.
All right, there's a little gap we've got to cover with that chimney boot.
That's going to have to be cut some more, I think. So that was a little bit too tight. I could not get it over the top of that. So I'm going to cut it at the next line down, which is the 8-inch to 8.5. So let's cut around this line and we will try it again.
You might try and work it down from the top.
Yes, it will be kind of extended fully on this side and crumpled up on this top, on the top. Because it's going to be at an angle. This is like a 12 pitch roof, I think.
I think it's a 612.
612, okay. It's very steep, I said. That fits pretty good. All right, let's see. I think the next thing is we need to caulk, lay down a bead of caulk all the way around this so that it will set tight and adhere to the roof. Let's see if we can do that.
Marking a little line around that so we'll know where to caulk. Always wondered what a white crayon was good for. Now I know. Can you mash that down? I feel pretty good about. You can get inside that more.
So sometime when I'm not hanging off the top of the roof, I will have to share more about this battery-powered caulk gun I have. This is super cool, makes it very easy, and it was the greatest gift ever.
Got a bead caulk down. And now we're going to try and put this boot in place.
I am securing the boot onto the metal using the same screws we use to put the metal onto the roof. And they are 1-inch self-tapping screws with a rubber washer, and that makes them pretty much waterproof.
All right, I think we've got her sealed up, and that should do the trick. May not be the prettiest job, but it's done. Hopefully it'll be watertight.
So we're glad to have this roof on our shelter that's over our wood stove. It's nice to pretty much have it finished. We need to add some lights to the back, some floodlights, so that at night when we're trying to load the stove, we can see what we're doing. But other than that, it is pretty much finished. We're glad to have it done. We think it turned out pretty well. We tried to add some kind of timber frame aesthetics to it, some timber frame elements, and we think those turned out pretty good. And it's going to be nice just to have it out of the elements, out of the weather, so maybe the stove will last a little bit longer, last a few more years without showing a lot of rust and corrosion. It's also nice to have it right here next to our wood shed where all the wood storage is going to be. As we're loading the stove, it's going to be really convenient. I think it's turned out really well. So if you like watching our videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, send us some comments, and share with a friend. And we'll see you next time on Ouch Mountain.